Welcome to my game. Wario Land 3 is here. Anyway, welcome back to, what is this, part, 8, I bet? I'm almost positive it's part 8. So, last time we got the super flippers, and now we can go down to this area, which I don't think I even looked at the first time I was in this level, but trust me, that's where we want to go. And one of Wario Land 3's specialties, completely blind platforming. You can infer that there's a way to get over there, right? It's like pretty obvious. Okay, I think that entire little passage might have been not I honestly don't know. Oh, okay. Yep. Oh, you need the big throw gloves to deal with it that way. I think that's essentially just like an easier method of doing it for people revisiting for the music coin completionists. That was not me singing it ahead of the music. Maybe I don't need to explain my funny sing-along. There we go, there we go. You just gotta hug the wall and eventually you'll make it. And as you may have expected, the door to the left of that other door takes you to the left side of that other room. Which I guess, depending on how the doors work, actually doesn't make as much sense, because, like, yeah, if this is on the opposite plane, then it should be on the right side. I found a lore inconsistency in Wario Land 3. So anyway, as mentioned in the last trip to this level, all of the treasure chests are in the same, well, they're in branches off of the same hub room. Which means that, like, all these sub-areas are completely dedicated to the keys, and by all these I mean the other ones I haven't shown off. Yeah, there's this 5-ton block, which even Garlic Wario can't beat, let alone underwater Garlic Wario. And then there are those curious little mini octopuses with some grates on the left side of the level, if you remember. Be fascinating to find out what those could possibly be. And this area we went to earlier. Oh, haven't seen these guys in a while. Goodbye, Kirby. Those are Kirby. They actually look a lot like the enemies that give you the light power in Kirby's Adventure. Maybe a hint for Super Wario and Kirby Maker. Ah, and what a worthwhile treasure. Actually, like, I shouldn't even be making fun of the crayons for being not great treasures, because they actually do something unlike a lot of the treasures. They're 100% filler treasures, and I've been making great jokes about them being Wario's car and Wario's train. Yeah, see, now the door is red. That's actually probably one of the coolest coolest crayons to get. So I realized I actually forgot one of the things to do here. Oops. Just not that one. I don't think I can do anything else here yet. Or if I can, I forgot what it was. There are 2 things I can do here, though. One is what I was alluding to the first time we were in this level. Once you're a strong Wario, you can break these. I think this is just the chest in here. Yep. And you'll never guess what we unlocked the ability to do with the upgraded flippers. I was gonna say, well, it's actually good to come back here with the high jump boots, because you can get out of here, but that's not true. You still have to go back the long way. I think you could leave some blocks behind in a really specific way to make that work, but not worth it. Is this is just a music coin, I think. I'm pretty sure each one of those has a little cave in it, and this one's just to trick you. But I would feel silly if I was misremembering, so I'll get this. What's my coin total at anyway? Okay, pretty close to the point where going out of my way to get music coins is not worth it in any way. Should start doing some golf games again. Like, I'm not complaining because I don't really think the golf games are that fun to play over and over. Okay, it's not every single one, it's just 3 of them. But considering it's the only thing that coins are useful for, it would be nice to have more of them. Yeah, this, out of all of the treasures in the game, this is pretty high on the activity versus challenge scale, but nothing wrong with one of those once in a while. It adds some, like, funky depth to the level. I think this is one of the easiest levels to get all the music coins into, or at least one of the ones I tend to do first. Because, like, pretty much all of them are just hanging out in the, well, not all of them, but many of them are hanging out in the vines, so I think this is actually the thing that lets you look at what treasures you have in a level. Yep. Sort of weird that you have to unlock that. I would say so late, except I could have gotten that for a pretty long time now. But yeah, that shows you, what the treasures were, and whether or not you got all the music coins. Exciting stuff. Anyway. Might have been a little faster to... Okay, well... I was gonna say, might have been faster to take the land route, and then I was thinking, maybe I will, and then I didn't. And it probably isn't even that much faster. Because if you think about it, one wrong move with one of those fire guys, and that's like some amount of time down the drain. Ah. This is probably one of my favorite reused gimmicks. Climbing around with the Kabutos, or Ammonites. They're actually kind of like both Ammonite and Kabuto. Yeah, I think literally just this screen with 2 music blocks visible, like, very close to each other. Music blocks, what the heck? This ain't Mario. Is why I feel like this level is easy to get all the, music coins in. It's probably still one of the easiest ones, but that's just because it's, like, pretty easy to go from one end to the other. But yeah, 3 of them are here. We saw the one under the... or in the one optional little cavern in the first area. I'm sure there were another 1 or 2 in the first area, and then there's one more area that you unlock much later. I think it's like one of the last actual progression things that you get. Oh yeah, this guy. This is one of the funniest bosses. Ratfish loves cheese. And as a generous, kind, loving protagonist who cares about animals, Wario takes some time out of his day and his treasure search to just help these bugs and fish have a good time with their cheese. I'm not really sure what the deal with the cheese grub is. I guess it's like just a part of this complicated ecosystem. Also, the current in the bottom is so fast you cannot swim past it even with your fast flip. Oh wait. So it is just a retextured fast current, but it also serves as a block here. I think this guy just makes you puffy, or he either makes you puffy Wario or makes you. He might like drag you down to the bottom and make you sink. And I think that's only if you land in his mouth. Obviously, his spikes just buzz you like that. Anyway, sometimes you can just get pretty bad cycles, and there are things you can do to mitigate it because you can control like where the ratfish is. But other times it seems like he should get it and he just doesn't. But yeah, basically it's like you just sort of want to allow more time than you think you would need for pretty much everything here. I think I can probably... yeah, and like, the turnaround takes so long, that's almost never gonna work out. I think I'm just on unfortunate cycles here. This boss would be really tricky in a speed run. Well, actually, it's, like, I assume it's pretty much fixed, so if you just know the timing and don't fall in the water to adjust the positions, I could see it not being that bad. Okay, that would have worked probably. I just missed it, and that's fine. That's fine. Ignore the fact that the cheese passed entirely through the ratfish's sprite. There we go. And you still can't get through that really strong current, but let's see what that did for us now. Back in this room, you could see the treasure chest, but yeah, that fast current actually, and there was like another invisible block here preventing you from getting through there without doing that. I should have showed that off, oh well. You can imagine what it might have looked like. And you get a little wizard! I like this little wizard! You might think that this is like a pointless Funko Pop treasure, but no, it's a little wizard. This should be an assist trophy. And you might think because it's showing, like, a specific level, the Tower of Revival, that it only works for that level. But no! Now we can take, get something out of the Tidal Coast's title platform. And is this the right time of day? It is not. For some reason, this is like one of my favorite areas. Yep, you would have not been able to enter this area without the tide being night. So yeah, there was some comments talking about how the tide was not actually like super apparent as a thing that matters in this. And I guess it is, like, only important for this one area, and if you happen to enter at night, you might just never notice that it matters. I'm, like, struggling to remember if the key is actually part of this area, or if, like... I am gonna... Let's see, this would be the green chest, either green or blue. I can't remember if I had a third thing I was able to do here. No, okay, one of them I think is through that pipe, but then you also need something else. Let me just check up here. I know there's like something up here. go ahead and make me look stupid. Yeah, no, it's over. You need to do a perfect jump from the one side. I thought... Okay, I don't know. I have no idea what this game is about. Okay, wait. This is the area I was thinking of that you need, yeah, the little octopuses for. It's sort of funny that, like, they're just the little baby cracked blocks, but there's nothing you can do about it. You can't crack blocks underwater? I mean, smack blocks? Okay, so I guess... I assume that the red chest was just in this area, but let me refresh my memory. I'm probably wasting a ton of time. It probably is just in that climbing maze. Yep, okay, that's red. Red stuff only. Do I want to check the other tall area here? Okay, what's up there? It might be in there, actually. There's something in there. Alright, there's like no way to get up there except with this. Maybe you can do it with a high jump, but the way you're supposed to do it is just position yourself on the ledge here and just tap to the right so you don't jump off the edge, or the same on the other side, but that'll put you up on this level. Okay, I do think this might be it then, so... Okay, I want to start this like that, and... Okay, glad I was persistent. Cool ladder descending. Doo doo doo. I think this is how you get that music coin. You have to fall all the way to the bottom. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? For as much despair and confusion as I had there, I think in some of my casual playthroughs I have done this entire lengthy climbing section and ended up... Oh, that was weird. It, like, didn't show the full animation. Okay, I think you do it like this? Okay, there are a couple ways you can do it. There we go. Worth. Yeah, you can also use the little enemy to do that faster if you're good at the game. But none of that here. I really thought that one was gonna hit me. Okay, that's fine to mess up there because you get to just jump right back up here. Yeah, this is like probably one of the areas with the most creative checkpoints. Ugh. It's like, technically, you can descend better by dropping, like by pressing B, but then you run the risk of hitting the little spikes, and you are not going to come back from that, so it's usually better to futilely try to climb down manually when a bird is coming at you from the top half. I think you can also skip this part by doing something with like the maybe not, because I don't think you can grab the you can definitely do something with this, but it is kind of risky because you do have to reset from that last little area. This is just the left side of that room. But yeah, feels good to get here and have the key. Feels pretty bad to get here and realize that the key was not in this room. Ah, this is a pretty cool treasure. The 4-leaf flower. Just kidding, it was a propeller. This actually unlocks like the last most situational Wario quote-unquote transformation. I call it that because it's a unique sprite and it alters the way that you play the game. And it's interesting because it only shows up twice, and this is the earlier of the two. The other one's like extremely late. Like literally the last level late. And that is in the fun little basement area that I keep going to mistakenly. And this area is easier to get through now that you can destroy all those guys with a single ground pound. Ooh, and now that you have the garlic, you can actually get this pretty creatively hidden music coin. You're actually, like, not supposed to do it this way, probably, but maybe you are. Okay, yeah, I think you're supposed to ground pound from it, and then you find your way back to this ladder, but you can do it that way, and that's how I always do it. Alright, here we go. The propeller doesn't do anything? But wait, there's a switch down here. And that switch that prevents you from getting out of this area normally now also turns on the propellers. And welcome to Floating Wario. Let's just check. Yeah, Floating Wario does not have a special action help. I guess it's like pretty obvious it's just supposed to be like pushing him up, but kind of looks like he's being inflated by it. So how am I... Did I like just make it impossible by eating those enemies? Okay, I think you're supposed to do it like this. I am mildly concerned that I don't see a chest here, but I'm going to wait until I've gotten this key to, oh no. Think a little harder about it. Oh wait, the chest was literally in the room with the... Okay, I'm glad I had the mental facilities to, Oh, mamma mia. Because it doesn't seem like your regular throw would necessarily be good enough for that. Like, I should use my strong throw just to be safe. Surely gravity will kick in eventually with that strong throw. Yeah, and the regular throw isn't good enough. You need to be, like, jump throwing and, like, know that turning into Floating Wario doesn't, mess with. I think what'll happen is, if you have the enemy carried and turn into Floating Wario, it will automatic... Well, no, I think you do just drop it. I think you have to be, like, doing a really... It's not often that it makes you do that much athletics, but it makes for a good challenge, and a good way to capstone this level. And after a key is that difficult to get, it's nice to have an easy walk to the chest. And what kind of treasure do we got in here? Oh, an enemy. Not an enemy, an enemy. I don't think they drawled that right, but now the little octopuses are big, hooray! I like the ominous shaking off screen. What are those big octopuses up to? Might as well do Beneath the Waves because I'm right here. Yep, so they've broken out of these weird little meshes, and as you may have suspected, the ones in the tidal coast break through those underwater cracked blocks. Okay, so I definitely do not need to get that music coin, but it's there if you're curious. But yeah, this is a challenge to not get bubbled whilst trying to get to the lower corner here. And it is a challenge I am happy to accept. It's sort of funny to knock those fish up into the enclosed area there. Okay, and now we're in uncharted territory for the big ol' zipline room. I like that the... Oh, actually, yeah, these octopuses also give you a unique Wario form that doesn't ever matter. It's the same as Freeze Wario, but it's underwater. And that's also the only way to kill the octopuses, which is kind of funny. I try not to get hit with that very often because it seems like it's more painful than the average transformation. So I think that little enclosed area is the green treasure chest room. And it is, yep, right between those two spikes. And of course I needed that guy. Why wouldn't I? It's interesting, like, I think pretty much whenever these caterpillars show up after the first levels, they're, like, actually necessary to use as throw enemies. Or, okay, in this case it's not even a throw enemy, these are just unmarked, yarn blocks. Wild. Yarn Wario should be Wario's side special in Smash Brothers. What's in the green chest? Ah, Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, so to speak. And that does not do anything on its own. Just like regular Kool-Aid. And the tidal coast. It was this room, correct? The platforming in this area is just, like, more annoying during the day because you can't jump up to the relevant platforms as easily. Maybe there is some utility to wind knocked out of him Wario in this area. I guess you could technically use it to, like, bypass the bubbles. I don't think the bubbles will interrupt that. But it is much like Freeze Wario, where it is mostly just a inconvenience, and that's my recommendation when you're doing this level. Get all the way down here and just sneak up to that key without actually going through the pass-through floor. Little Cthulhu-Luigi tip. And what am I... Okay, those are literally just hazards. This was Wario Land 4, maybe there would be some breakable blocks at the bottom of the thing there. And I don't know what this is. Brass knuckles? Gemstone? I don't think it's used for anything either. Yeah, if you know what that is, sound off in the comments. And I am currently in the blissful state of, not knowing where I'm supposed to go. Actually, let me show this off, because this is the intended hint mechanism. I always forget about it. Head for tower... Oh, right, because that was actually what the, little wizard was originally for. Yeah, I think I'll do that, and then call it a part. Let's of go. Not much to say about this puzzle, but it's still here. There we go. Doused the flames. I believe that that little area is up in this section. It may, in fact, be through that door, but I don't think it is. I think I'm thinking of the fact that there is another door up in that section, which I alluded to when going through the first door. Yep. And here's our cool new area unlocked by our wizard friend, who's really busy. Yeah, I think part of the reason I like that wizard so much is because the vibes of this are so different from the Tidal Coast, like, platforming puzzle. This one's more like just have fun going through this really huge area. Let's see. Can I... Oh my gosh, I am like trying to climb diagonally, which I know isn't possible, but with the control stick, it is my intuition that it should be. Okay, I think this is pretty straightforward from this point. I think it's like you have to go a bit of the way. Yep, there's the other door. Yeah, I think it's just up here somewhere. Just up here, as if navigating this shocking area isn't very difficult. Okay, okay, I'm good. Yes, it is definitely right there. How do I get past this area? Kind of like how the spikes make up the same X shape as the bars here. And there we go. Pretty easy one to end off with, but the Tower of Revival usually has pretty good treasures. What's this one? Why, some sort of map? I usually unlock this level I don't know what, like, objective I skimped on, because there's, like, 2 more levels that... And one of them you're supposed to unlock before that, I guess. It's probably the second treasure here, actually. Maybe that'll be what I do next time, because I think I have been able to do that since getting the garlic. Well, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next gamer time, next gamer channel.